Hello everyone, I'm Miss Mark and welcome to another video. In case you're new here, I'm a webcomic artist, but occasionally I take a break from webcomicking to make more traditional art, like the watercolor you're about to watch here. So this painting really felt kind of special for like a lot of little tiny reasons, you know? Whenever you make that piece of art that seems to just sort of meet a lot of needs. Like, it's not just that the painting turned out good, but the process was highly enjoyable. So for context, when I was painting this, I was on kind of a vacation. Like, technically I was house sitting and pet sitting, but I just went and stayed at someone else's house with their dog and their cats and got paid to do that. I just hung out at their house with their animals. So, and did the usual, like, take care of a house stuff for a couple weeks, you know. But that was pretty awesome because it left me with a significant amount of free time, and I knew I haven't done watercolors in a super long time, it feels like, and so I just knew, like, at some point during this time off, I just really wanted to do a fun painting. So this was a fun painting, so that mission accomplished there. But also something that I've really been working on this month, or I guess last month, it's August now, but like working on in July, I've really been trying to like allow myself to have random flashes of inspiration, or not allow myself to have the inspiration, but like allow myself just a little bit of leeway to pursue random flashes of inspiration. Like, I posted on Instagram about a dumb comic idea that came to me, and then I decided to just like run with it and see where it goes. Well, I had another story comic idea pop into my head and a couple of characters, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna paint them. I haven't like drawn these characters really. I sketched them once in my notebook, not even a sketchbook, in my notebook, and then I was like, yeah, I like these characters, I'm gonna paint them. So anyway, this is the first of those characters. This character doesn't even have his name, but here he is. So it just kind of reminded me of like when I was in my teens. I did not have social media till my late teens, I think. Maybe I was on Facebook, but I certainly didn't have like my art social media. Like, I wasn't trying to grow my brand or anything like that. So if I had a story or character idea that popped into my head, I would just like drop whatever project I had and I would work on that. You know, I would just run with it. The downside is it took me a long time to learn how to like commit to a project and really stick with it. So, you know, there's a downside to just winging it. So I had to like learn how to stay focused and committed to a project. But the magical feeling of just an idea in your head and you just run with it without, you know, without looking both ways. It just was fun. And, you know, I don't know where this particular character or this story is going to go. I'm still really enjoying playing with the idea, the concept. But one thing I think that made it enjoyable was that there is no goal or purpose for this project. So, yeah. I think the other thing that was really fun about this is I wanted to challenge myself not to ink it before or after the watercolor process. Sometimes I kind of rely on black line art to complete an image, to like fix the contrast, fix the shape, and all that kind of stuff. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but I really wanted to challenge myself to, I guess you could say, like, let the watercolors do the work. Like, I wanted the overall color and value and composition to be solid enough that it didn't need inking. Hey, doggy. Dog just came up and said hi. Anything to say? She just licked the microphone. Anyway, yeah, I normally like feel like an image isn't finished until I do the heavy black, or at least, you know, I don't know, the bold black outlines. But for this one, I just wanted to challenge myself to use watercolors in a way where it felt finished without the line art. And you know, like I said, there's nothing wrong with using ink to outline your illustrations, but I feel like an image that doesn't require black outlines, it has a certain power, you know? It's kind of like when you learn how to draw something realistic and you don't have to outline it and you're like, wow, I didn't outline it. It's not necessarily better, but it just has a different vibe. And I feel like avoiding the line art gave this the super light, airy feel that I personally have been trying to get in my watercolor art. But yeah, it took a lot more careful planning and consideration when I was like doing the shadows and stuff to make sure that it still had a good amount of contrast and that the shapes were still distinct. So yeah, I think it came out great, to be honest. This just really feels like a very satisfying little sample of watercolor-ness. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, don't forget to click the like button before you leave, and you can click subscribe to see more art and comic related videos. Thanks again for watching. Thank you to patrons for supporting me over on Patreon and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.